Another person who's gaining ground by setting really decent lap times much further down the field is Loris Spinelli, sharing the Van der Horst Motorsport Lamborghini with Gerard Van der Horst, running in the Pro-Am class, now up into third position in class, ripping into the advantage of the cars ahead of him. So that's, but he's only up into 12. So while he's making really good lap times, it's going to help him in the Pro-Am class, but not in terms of overall running. Marcus Paverud, can he hang on in the lead of this race? 0.595 of a second is his advantage. Then Milos Pavlovic, then Kiko Galbiati, then Kevin Ghilardoni, who's about to be passed, or is he down into turn one? Certainly Carol Bash has a look on the way in. In turn two, it's still the Oregon car in front in that fourth place. Turn three, looking to have a better exit speed. Surely there isn't the space to get a run and dive up into turn four. No, he's not looking for it here. Carol Bash stays in fifth place overall, but look on the previous lap, the amount of time he gained on Ghilardoni. Ghilardoni, nice tidy run through turn six. Now you've got the sprint down to a possible move up the inside into turn 8. Has to be on this lap. He's trying to make it happen, but Ghilardoni's leaving him only half a car's width. But then Ghilardoni realises they would clash if he stayed where he was, and Carol Bash moves up to fourth place overall, extending his advantage in the Pro-Am class. The first three cars long gone, they're 9 seconds up the track, but just remember this car started 16th, it's up to fourth. Car that fell almost to 16th is the number 6 car, but Ollie Kangas has only got that up to 13th. That was after Eduardo Liberati just got a little ahead of himself at the start of the race, had that drive-through penalty, which is the death now in a race as short as 50 minutes. But still the racing goes on. It's full darkness at Misano, certain bits of confusion as lapping takes place, and is anybody gained in that group? Just having a little look. Rita Pastiglione has got ahead. Sorry, that's Marcus Paverud, who's just lost 2 positions. Didn't see how he suddenly fell back into their path. Caught by Milos Pavlovic, caught and passed as well by Kiko Galbiati. So the race was just that little bit too long for the Norwegian Marcus Paverud. I think he got caught out in traffic behind a back marker, didn't react as well as he possibly could have done, or maybe he went one way and just guessed wrongly, but suddenly first has become third. So no dream win for Lippert Motorsport. Will it be 3 wins in 3 outings here at Misano for the 44 car? Well, not yet. The clock has 1.5 minutes remaining, but Galbiati is only in second place. Milos Pavlovic could be taking victory in the number 41 entry that he's sharing with Raul Guzman. So the Mexican driver's in the pits. There's nothing he can do, but I must say it's looking very, very tidy for Milos Pavlovic. Second place is close, but not close enough, surely. Kiko Galbiati, they've been running in close company, but this actually was almost the biggest advantage that Pavlovic has had over Galbiati. Third place, can Pavlovic. And let's have a look at the replays. Very hard to pick out, but well, you can see exactly how compromised Marcus Paverud was. He almost had to brake where he didn't want to brake, and he lost not 1 but 2 positions. That was super, super cruel for him. He'd had the 2 chasers, Pavlovic, Ghilardoni getting closer, Galbiati getting closer and closer, seemed to have weathered the storm, and then unfortunately just losing out to a tail ender, and all that work the Norwegian driver had done just taken away from him. Well, that was really, really cruel form and fortune, but certainly for number 41, Milos Pavlovic, he read the situation really, really well as it unfolded in front of him. So onto the final lap of the race they go. Pavlovic leading by just 1/4 of a second from Kiko Galbiati. That's how close it is, 41 ahead of 44. Marcus Paverud another 0.5 of a second down. Can he fight back on this, the final lap? If there's half an instant, there's someone up ahead who's not as quick as they are. There's a back marker. They will catch him around this lap. Through turn 4 they go. They can see him up ahead. Through the right left-hander at turn 6. Hopefully the back marker will stay wide when they get down towards turn number 8. He'll stay on the right-hand side of the track. It's car number 22. Kurt Wagner running in the Lamborghini Cup class, but he goes to the inside line. That blocks the race leader, Milos Pavlovic. Gives an opportunity possibly for Kiko Galbiati. But then by hugging the inside line, no help at all to the first 2 cars, and it's not going to help Marcus Paverud any at all either. These incidents, these are the moments that can shape a race. It's already shaped it for Marcus Paverud. It's taken what would have been could have been a famous victory for him away from him. He'll come home with the podium, which would be a great result, but what could have been, and it could have so easily been reversed with that back marker just then. Anyhow, led on to the final lap. Milos Pavlovic, he's still there with the final few corners to go. Kiko Galbiati Oh, there was a contact down at turn number 14 under braking. There are 16 corners on this circuit. Here's turn 15. It's still Pavlovic in front. He wouldn't have enjoyed that switch. But Galbiati will not make it a win to follow the 2 wins he had here last year. It'll be second place. Vito Pistioni will share that car with him. Will be delighted with that. They wanted victory. But for Marcus Pavrud, you know, he's just stepped up from GT4 racing and he stepped up to the Lamborghini Super Trofeo. He's brought his car home in third place. Still a great result, but it is a question of what could have been. Well, what an exciting race there. And just spotted another driver being given a drive-through penalty. That's why Massimo Mantovani lost the lead in the AM class. He had to serve a drive-through penalty, not respecting speed limit in the pit lane, because he had been sitting on a big lead. Doing my housework, top 3, Milos Pavlovic, car number 41. Second place, car 44, Kiko Galbiati. Third, number 2, Marcus Pavrud. So a great start to the Lamborghini series for 2020, but look how close it was between the front runners. 44 side by side with 41, and later in the race there was contact between the pair of them as well. But at the finish it was Milos Pavlovic first to the line by the smallest of margin, just under half of a second. But an awful lot happening in that race. Late race contact, and that again was 41 being given a shove late in the race. 2 corners to go, the final lap of a 50-minute race, and Kiko Galbiati maybe getting caught out, but the contact was clearly there for all to see.